Hello, I'm Adam at MIEZARUTE Art School. In this Art Speak Made Simple video, we're going to be looking at British artist Antony Gormley as an example. Let's try to make Antony Gormley's English easier to understand for all of us. Let's get started.
I looked for 2 years for somewhere to work in an existing building, and it wasn't possible to find what I needed. I think of it as a factory. It's a factory basically, but we built it with this idiom of it being like a factory.
Okay, he looked for a studio for 2 years but couldn't find one, so he had one built and he calls it the factory. One thing that makes his speech hard to follow is that he often takes pauses to think of what he wants to say next, and he sometimes repeats himself.
We've got 10,000 square feet of studio space, 14,000 square feet of external space. Each space has its own direct relationship to outside. The big important kind of thing is the relationship between the main studio, which is the 3 central bays, and the courtyard.
Basically, his studio is huge with easy access to the courtyard.
The courtyard has 140 tons of steel underneath it to make it strong enough.
Simply put, the courtyard is very strong because it has a lot of steel underneath. Using precise numbers, whether right or not, shows your knowledge and makes you sound more trustworthy. And
the idea in here was really just to have enough height to be able to make things of up to 10 meters high, but also see them. On one level this is like a warehouse, on another level it's like a gallery, on another level it's just like any old shed really.
On another level this is his studio, and it has a high ceiling so he can make big works.
This is the workshop, which is really designed for intensive, close work of high engineering capability.
This is the workshop where skillful assistants make work out of blocks.
But I'll show you in here. So this is where all the work begins, or all of the body work begins. And this is a mould taken last week that we're working on a new project. That's an incremental build. But anyway, this is where I stand. Or sit or do whatever. It's like a negative, in the same way that a negative for a photograph is a negative. So it's an indexical register of the place that a body once was.
Right, so this is the room where he starts the human body shaped artworks, and that is a mould of a person's body.
So this is a work that comes in a way from a relationship with that mould, but actually it comes from a positive. So there's a positive that's been taken out of one of those moulds.
Right, so the artwork he was pointing at is based on a cast from the mould we saw just before.
That then gave rise to the void inside there. I don't know if you can you see the void?
When he says, "Can you see the void?" he means the empty space in the middle of the artwork.
The idea of an emergent form is very important now.
The idea of an emergent form seems very important now. He means all the lines make you more aware of the empty human-shaped space in the middle.
You know, that the voided space of the body as a visible emptiness. In a way, that was a breakthrough, because all of the early work, all of the lead pieces they have empty spaces, but you can't see them. So they're, in a sense, failures if the ambition of the work is to, in a way, describe a human space or a human place in space at large. Because you can't see it, it's an exclusive space. And even though I love those early lead works, I kind of realized that idea of, in a way, the continuity of space and place is much better evoked by works like this.
He thinks this work is more successful than his earlier ones at showing spaces where human bodies were, because we can see a human-shaped space in it.
My position is somewhat like a conductor of an orchestra, in which, in a way, the score is a given, and I have written it. The timbre, the tempo, and a lot of the nuances in terms of the way that score is played is dependent on the sensibility and sensitivity of the assistant.
Now, he says he's like a composer and orchestra conductor, and his assistants are like the musicians playing his music.
I think that sculpture is collaborative. It always has been. That's one of its joys, actually.
Finally, he says sculpture is a collaborative process, and that makes it great. Of course, it doesn't necessarily mean his assistants feel the same way. As we saw from this video, Antony Gormley's speech can be hard to follow because he pauses, repeats himself, and uses expressions that most people don't. I hope this video helped you understand what he was going on about. Thank you for watching Art Speak Made Simple. If there are any other artists that you'd like help to understand, please let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more from MIEZARUTE Art School. I look forward to seeing you next time. Hello, this is Adam at MIEZARUTE Art School. Check the link in the description below to book a one-to-one online art and English lesson with me today.